and welcome back to another Josh Chat. Whew, man, hope y'all been having a great week. If you're back, again, thank you. And if you're new, what's up? So yeah, I can say my week's been going pretty good. Like I said, I hope y'all's week's been pretty good. But today we're going to talk about how I deal with racism. And I've dealt with racism in two different ways. In my younger teen years, when I first started to experience racism, I handled it in a pretty much a violent way. Up until probably like 14, when I realized violence isn't the answer. And so I started to try to ignore it. Was my next thing that I did, was just try to be like, whatever, I don't care. Not say anything, not even acknowledge the person saying the slurs, because I was like, I don't care type of attitude. But I guess there's been three ways I've dealt with racism. But my third way that I've dealt with it is with love. Like, if you're coming at me with all this hostility just over the color of my skin, I'm gonna love you anyway. I'm gonna tell you I love you. Like, I'm gonna tell them I love them and let them know, like, no matter what you say to me, that's not gonna change. That's just gonna make me want to pray for you more and hope that you change your mind, in a sense, like come to a better term of how you feel about other people of color, or any other race for that matter, not just black people. But yeah, even vice versa, blacks versus white. Like, racism is silly. We're all human beings. We are one species as a whole, regardless of color of skin. And I think we just need to remember that, like, judge people by their character, not by the color of their skin. I think that's very important. But one good example of how love has worked in my life is even with Kim's family. Her grandpa used to not like me. I won't even say like me. I guess he's older, so back then, you just didn't like black people. It was that simple. But I wasn't even allowed over their house and whatnot. And then one day, we were moving from her mom's house, and the trampoline needed to be moved. We're moving into an apartment, so we couldn't keep the trampoline, of course. So he said that we can bring the trampoline over there. So I helped him that one day. It took one day, y'all. One day of us moving and putting up a trampoline. In that time span, his whole opinion about me completely changed. Like, he now started to invite me over, all kinds of stuff, like even wanting to hang out in a sense, which was weird to me, but it worked. The love got through to him, which I thought was beautiful. I also want to mention this too, a little dance, but no, that's not what I want to mention. But I want to mention, let's keep in mind of cultural differences. Let's not confuse racism with cultural differences also. Just want to briefly touch on that. Woo, yeah, because you said a lot of it. Now I'm going to tell you some scary stories of mine that I've dealt with racism where love wasn't going to handle. Just some freaking quick feet, if you know what I'm saying. One day, when I was at Mississippi State, actually, probably like my second semester of college, I was walking back from the apartments, from my friend's apartments to my apartments, which you kind of had to like cut through some dark streets and whatnot, and through some houses and through campus, and then you're back on the main street. There's these three guys. I won't forget these three guys. And they were drunk. Keep this in mind. So the beers probably had something to do with it, or they might have had a bad experience a few seconds ago with a black person. I don't know. All I know is when they started screaming racial slurs, talking about they're gonna whoop my butt, I edited the words that they used. I was gone. I'm talking about I was flat foot running, man. My butt could have outran a horse that day. So I got back to my apartment sweating bullets. My roommates asking what just happened. I was like, man, I just got chased. I don't know how far they chased me, because I wasn't looking back. Because they were not catching me. I can tell you that. Whew, I hope none of y'all have to deal with racism, but it's probably going to happen once in your life. And maybe one day in the future, our kids won't have to deal with it. That's what I hope. And that's what I pray for. But another thing that I saw, it's actually on my Facebook page. I'll get Kim to put the link. There's a video. It should be the first video on my Facebook page, because I don't post a lot on there, so I don't expect some updates and all this crazy stuff to find out about my life. I literally hop on Facebook to watch videos sometimes. But there's a video that's #1 on my page right now, at the very top of the post, of this former Ku Klux Klan leader talking about how one black man just dismantle his whole clan. just one black man. It's a very beautifully told story, like, and I think that's how we all should try to handle it. And to be honest, when you see somebody trying to love on you, how can you be violent towards them? It makes it even harder. It's like when your kid gets up, they know they did something wrong, and they know you're about to yell at them, and when you're yelling at them, they give you those eyes, and you're like, oh man, I don't want to really yell at you no more. That happens to me a lot. I don't like to yell anyway. Yeah, so definitely go check that out. Promise you'll get a good laugh. But don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about that's happened personally in my life, or something you want me to kind of relate to in your life that maybe has happened to me. I'm always down to talk. This is Josh Chat for a reason. But yeah, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. And I hope y'all have a great day, great night. Whenever you're watching this video, I love you. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Well, I think y'all watch these on Wednesday. One of those days. But see you later.